Always wondered what Tom was pissed about, but turns out now he's twice as mad. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Maple Brewski, for another Brewski review, and today the beer I have for you is Twice as Mad Tom Imperial IPA by Muskoka Brewery, located up in Bracebridge, Ontario. And the Twice as Mad Tom is coming in at 8.4% alcohol by volume, and an IBU listed of... doesn't say on the can. What's it say on the website? Anything on the website? 71 IBUs. So, big alcohol content, big IBU content. Let's see what we got. But before I do that, let me show you the can. Gray, off-white, a little bit of red accenting for the colors on here. Also, you have Twice as Mad Tom with an eye patch in a... what's that? A sea of stuff with barrels or something? That's what it kind of looks like to me. You tell me. But with that said, let's crack it open and see what we got. And we're going to be pouring into my big Flying Monkeys pint glass. And pouring up a beer, because it's delicious, yippee-doo. And pour about that much, it's just a little over half, a little under half, something like that. But let's look at this. This is looking super clear. I don't remember if there's any sediment in the bottom or not, or if it's just a very clear looking beer, but I can see right through it. Not too much head on that particular pour either. Let's give it a smell, see what kind of aromas we have. Smells piney, smells hoppy, a little bit of lemony citrus in there as well. Not too much else, no real big tropical fruits coming off the nose, maybe a little bit of floraliness. Yeah, smells pretty damn good. Let's give it a sip, see what we got. That's big. Very piney, very resiny. Hoppiness. Some sweet tropical fruits. Not like pineapple, maybe more of like a mango or possibly like a guava sort of feel, sort of mouthfeel. That's sort of what you get. Guava is a little bit gritty. This does feel a little gritty in the mouth, with a nice little hoppiness in the finish. Let's see what else we can find. It's a very interesting beer. I haven't had it in a while. So, with that said, cheers everybody. You can get a little bit of taste of that alcohol. Definitely some citrus notes in there. More of like a lemony citrus, maybe a slight, really sour orange, something like that. But overall, quite nice indeed. Definitely big, huge flavor profile, just with all the hops and the that big pine. It's definitely very pine forward. A little bit of grapefruit in there, but definitely more of a piney sort of double or Imperial IPA. It's hard to feel, or it's hard to think that this is actually 8.4%. It's a big alcohol content for a beer. You get a little bit of the alcohol warmth in the finish sort of thing, and sort of warms your tummy a little bit, but you don't really taste it too much for at least how high the alcohol content is. It's much more bitter with the pininess and that little bit of grapefruit as well. Moving over towards the can now, looking at it, I'm not a big fan of the gray, of the dull gray. I think they maybe should have done a different color. I know the original, just regular Mad Tom, is a sort of a reddish color. That's why I'm wondering why they went with a gray, but that's neither here nor there. Looking for a description, there is one here, and it says, Twice as Mad Tom. In the unabashed spirit of Mad Tom, we developed this award-winning Imperial IPA, twice dry-hopped on a delicate 2-row malt base. The result, a perfectly balanced array of unique hop flavors and aroma. Gary McMullen, founder. Handcrafted with no preservatives. On the side here they list ingredients, which are water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. And they also list where they're located and their website. Down on the bottom there is a best before date, and it says freshest by May 15th, 2018, so a very good shelf life. It's probably a very fresh beer. gone because it's only March. That's tasty. You do feel it in the stomach a little bit. It's a little bit heavier just because of the alcohol content, but it's a nice sensation for sure. Moving over to the website now, muskokabrewery.com. Here you do have a little bit of a different description as well. And for Twice as Mad Tom, they say, for those who crave bigger, bolder flavor, Twice as Mad Tom was brewed with you in mind. Twice as Mad Tom is an aggressively twice dry-hopped Imperial India Pale Ale and delivers a definite hop aroma and unabashedly big, bold flavor. We brew this beer with the road less traveled in mind. And in the spirit of old Mad Tom, we make no bones about it. Where to find it? Beer Store, LCBO, and the Muskoka Brewery Tap Room. Awards, they've won silver in something in, I think, what's that, 2012 maybe? 2013? Can't really see. Ontario Brewing Awards 2014 silver, and bronze for the Canadian Brewing Awards 2017. It's also available in tall boys here and kegs. Moving down on the website, they do have a bunch of information, which is great to see. Style, Imperial Pale Ale, availability year-round, alcohol by volume of 8.4, IBU of 71. Color is a burnt orange. Not really getting a burnt orange color off the beer, but okay. The year was first brewed was in 2012. Calories per 100 milliliters are 77, and the aroma is grapefruit, orange, pine, and a slight alcohol aroma. Moving down to flavor now, pronounced bitterness and strong citrus flavors that evolve into herbal pine notes. Hop bitterness is more subtle than Mad Tom. The finish is the higher alcohol content of Twice as Mad Tom leaves a lingering, soft warmth that stays with you all through the night. The malts that they used are Maris Otter, two-row pale malt. And the hops are Millennium, Chinook, Columbus, and Cascade. Food pairings, finally, they recommend grilled meats, pulled pork, sharp cheese, and Indian cuisine. Now all I'm thinking is of butter chicken. That would be a great pairing with this beer. It's big, it's bold, it's got some nice fruitiness to it, it's got great hop aroma, pininess, a little bit of alcohol kick in there. It's delicious. It's definitely a bigger beer, and if you're not careful, it's going to kick you in the ass. I know that because I'm downing this like it's a lager, when really I should be more sipping on this. Just because being at 8.4%, whoo, it'll get you. It will get you, no doubt about it. Moving over to Beer Advocate now, Twice as Mad Tom has been given a 3.99 out of 5, and that's out of 290 ratings. Why is it just not a 4.00? I will never know, but in my books, we're going to go for the 4 out of 5. In my mind for this BA score, because it's right there. Just round it up. Just round it up. Also has a velvety smoothness to it. It does feel a bit thicker for the mouthfeel for sure. Quite tasty indeed. Wow, it's a big bold beer. I do enjoy this a bit more than the original Mad Tom, just because, like they said, the original Mad Tom has a bit more pronounced hop bitterness, where this is definitely a bit more flows a bit better, just with all the other flavors incorporated into it. It's just overall a much nicer flavor of beer, plus bigger alcohol content, which is always a great thing. And it's the same thing, just more of it, and it works beautifully. But with that said, let's get this a little bit down the hatch and get right to ratings. Cheers, everybody. That's so tasty. So, ratings for Twice as Mad Tom Imperial IPA. I gotta give this beer a solid... I gotta give this beer a solid 8.5 out of 10. Absolutely phenomenal. Very, very delicious. Still, some things I don't like about it is that the alcoholiness and the hops aromas sort of clash a bit in the aftertaste for me. Also, it's not as fruity as I thought it was going to be honest, or as cloudy. It looks more filtered than anything. I'm not sure if it says unfiltered or not. Yeah, it says unfiltered Imperial IPA, but it looks filtered, which sort of makes me wonder a little bit. But other than that, it's a damn good Imperial IPA. Definitely something people can get into once they get accustomed to pale ales and regular IPAs, because hops can really kick people's asses in the taste bud department. This will definitely do that for people coming into the craft beer scene, in my opinion. But once you get accustomed to like that hop bitterness, this is right up anybody's alley that loves hops for sure. So 8.5 for the beer. Moving over now to presentation. One, I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of the color choice for their can on this one. The gray is a little bland, if I do say so myself. Description on here, very nice to see that. ABVs listed, no IBUs, which is a bummer, but they do list ingredients, and a clearly labeled best before or freshest by date on the beer, which is very nice to see. But moving over to the website now, they have a ton of information. Nice separate description as well, boasting some awards, where to find the beer, what's it available in. Buying a keg of this is definitely a must if you love big IPAs, and especially Imperial IPAs. And then just all the other information they have, from food pairings to all the hops and malts, the whole flavor profile, aroma, year brewed, just stuff that you wouldn't even, think to wonder. They have it here, which is absolutely phenomenal for sure. So for the presentation, I gotta give this a solid. I gotta give it a solid 9 out of 10. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. Docking marks, just because of the color choice and no list of IBUs, is a bit of a bummer, but they make up for a lot of the points just because of their website, and it has so much information, and it's nicely placed. It looks very, very clean for a website. But before I leave you guys now, if you have any comments, questions, beers you want to review in the future, you can leave all that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like the video, that'd be perfect. And if you want to subscribe to me, join me for a couple of reviews, kick back, relax kind of thing, that would be muchly appreciated. And now it comes down to the time of my question of the day. Question of the day today is, what is your favorite brewery? It's a good question, right? My favorite brewery, I gotta say that I've been to. You know what? I gotta say, definitely. Ooh. You know what? So far, I gotta say, Cayman Kettle was probably my favorite brewery to go to. Just because the hospitality there was amazing. I also had a really good time there with the people that I was with, Albino Rhino and Redbeard. I had a really phenomenal time there. That's what really stuck most with me, is the Cayman Kettle Brewery, and I really want to see what their new addition has finally looked like, and now that it's fully constructed and operational. But now, with all that said, that's going to do it for me, mate Brewski, and like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.